There's a difference between deserving more and demanding more. Demanding comes from a place of entitlement. Deserving comes from a place of value creation.
Say what you're going to do, and then you do it, and then you finish it. That's the man who has an enormous amount of confidence.
Every little comment, every small setback, if it all gets under your skin, you're giving away your power.
God rewards men who attack the world. That's why it's so important to take action in all things. Action solves all.
Life is beautiful, man. You just gotta go out there and experience it. You know what I'm saying? The life you experiencing right now, you can change. Alright? Whatever you don't like about your life, you can change. Damn near anything. You don't like the way you look, get some money, go change it. You don't like how big, if you big, you don't like, well, go work out. You don't like the people you around, leave. You don't like your surroundings, move to another state. You know what I'm saying? Like, whatever in your life that you don't like, you don't like your car, go Crown hard and buy a new one. Anything you don't like in your life, you can change.
When you demand more without deserving more, people resist you. When you deserve more and ask for more, people respect you. I've watched people destroy relationships and opportunities because they confused demanding with deserving. They thought because they wanted something, they should get it. They thought because they needed something, someone owed it to them. But that's not how the world works. The world doesn't owe you anything. Your boss doesn't owe you a promotion just because you've been there a long time. Your customers don't owe you their business just because you need the money. Your family doesn't owe you their respect just because you're related. Everything must be earned through value creation. But here's what's exciting about this principle. When you focus on deserving more through becoming more, you tap into an unlimited source of power.
Today's topic is a topic that I think plagues a lot of you out there. And it's a topic that ties in with poor confidence and having a high level of self-doubt. I don't think I have multiple personality disorder. I don't think I'm bipolar. Yet I do hear a voice in my head. And that voice, if I'm going to be really honest, is a voice that sometimes wants me to quit, wants me to give up, wants me to stop, wants me to say I've done enough, wants me to give into complacency, wants me to lie to the people around me and tell them that I did everything I was going to do, even though I didn't. And that voice in my teens and 20s was fucking loud. It was so loud, guys. And it created so much self-doubt in me because I was the king of quitting things. I was the king of not finishing.
The truth is, the most unshakable people don't have fewer problems. They've just mastered how they react. Imagine walking through life unfazed. No more overthinking, no more emotional outbursts, just complete control. In this video, I'll teach you how to train your mind to act as if nothing bothers you, so you stop feeling trapped by your emotions and start owning them instead. Because once you master this skill, nothing and no one will ever have control over you again. 1. Mastering the nothing bothers me mindset. Life is filled with noise, people's opinions, daily frustrations, unexpected setbacks. The world is relentless in its ability to throw distractions, criticisms, and roadblocks in your path. But what if I told you that true strength comes from mastering the art of indifference? Imagine walking through a storm without flinching, without losing your composure. This is what it means to act as if nothing bothers you. The key? Learning to detach your emotions from external circumstances. When you allow external events to dictate your mood, you become a puppet to forces beyond your control. But when you train your mind to remain unmoved, you become the master of your destiny. The world respects those who remain calm in chaos, who don't crumble under pressure. When you embody this mindset, you command authority without saying a word.
It is a mindset. You have to go and get things. You have to show that you deserve them. Even in mating, men go get the woman. Men go get money. Men go take land. Men go. We go and happen to the world. The world doesn't happen to us. If you lose, you deserve to lose because you didn't take action. If you take action, you will win. If you actually try your best, you can't lose. If you genuinely try your best all of the time, all day, every day, it's impossible to lose. If you want it the most, you can have it. God is watching and he rewards those who want it the most. That is the secret. You cannot fail if you try your best. So if you don't have the car you want, the woman you want, the house you want, you haven't been trying your best. Because I guarantee you the second you do, you'll have all of it. Oh, but I need time to myself. Oh, but it's the evening. Or, it's hyper competitive. There's a guy in Islamabad who'll do your job online for $3 an hour and he doesn't sleep. You're gonna lose. If you were to take somebody who says, I'm doing my best, I'm really trying, and you were to get an exact schedule of their last week and find all the times they've wasted time, most of those people are not even self-reflective enough to go, you're right, I'm not trying my best. You know what they'd say? Well, I have to have a social life. I have to, you're crazy. And then they go back to being a loser. And even if you pointed it out to them, they'd sit there and go, oh yeah, and they'd make some excuse for it. So if you're not the person who's waking up every day going, how do I improve my existence? Then nobody.
Listen, you on your path, they on theirs. Do you. And focus on you. Be great, be beautiful, be blessed.
Don't you doubt the kid. I like that phrase now, like it grew on me a lot because, coming up, you always gonna have haters no matter what you do. So that's one thing you can't worry about. So yeah, for whoever who doubted me, you feel what I'm saying? It ain't looking too.
Everybody got a different way, right? Everybody got a different way of getting over shit and moving on, right? And you gotta respect and understand. You gotta respect it, and you gotta learn. You gotta learn when to cut the tie.
Think about the people you admire most. Are they people who demand respect or people who command respect? Are they people who insist on getting more or people who clearly deserve more? There's a huge difference. One comes from weakness, the other comes from strength. When you act as if you deserve more from a place of genuine deserving, people want to give you more. They want to work with you, promote you, partner with you, invest in you. Why? Because they recognize your value and they want to be associated with value. Consider the compound effect of acting as if you deserve more. When you start carrying yourself differently, people notice. When you start speaking with more confidence, people listen. When you start asking for what you're worth, people take you seriously. When you start setting higher standards, people rise to meet them. This creates a positive cycle. As people respond to your increased confidence and value, your confidence increases even more. As you get better results from acting as if you deserve more, you become even more convinced that you do deserve more. As you continue developing yourself, you actually do deserve more, which makes acting as if you deserve more completely authentic. But you must be patient with this process. You can't act as if you deserve more for a week and expect everything to change. You can't develop yourself for a month and expect to see dramatic results.
You move through life with power, with presence, with unshakable confidence. Think of the most influential individuals in history. They were not those who reacted impulsively to every slight, every criticism. Instead, they moved with an air of control, as if they knew something the rest of the world did not. Their strength was not in their ability to argue or fight back, but in their ability to remain unaffected. This is the true power of indifference. Consider the philosophy found in self-mastery and success literature. The most powerful lesson is that thought precedes action. What you think, you become. If you constantly react emotionally to the world, you give away your power. But if you cultivate an unwavering mindset, the world bends to your will. Those who achieve great things in life understand this principle. Control the mind, and you control your reality. Imagine a scenario where someone insults you in public. The natural response for most is anger, retaliation, or self-defense. But what happens when you simply smile and walk away? You rob the instigator of their power. They expected a reaction, and when they don't get it, they are left unsettled. You, on the other hand, walk away stronger, untouched, undefeated. This is the silent dominance that few understand but all admire. The same applies to failures and setbacks. When faced with rejection or defeat, most people let their emotions take over. They drown in frustration, losing days, weeks, or even years lamenting over what went wrong. But those who understand the power of indifference see failure as nothing more than data, a learning experience, an adjustment, a stepping stone. They do not internalize failure. They observe, adapt, and move forward. How do you cultivate this level of control? It begins with training your mind daily.
Nobody on the planet is considering improving your one spin on Earth. So if you don't care, then you're It's almost impressive how difficult it is to make the average person move. It's very hard to inspire people to take initiative to save themselves. Why? These are people who are betrayed by their own mind and can't be influenced even from the external because their own mind betrays them. There's a devil on their shoulder constantly holding them back. Oh, I need your help. Do you? I don't even see you trying. And that's how God views things. I haven't seen you do anything that warrants me giving you a second of my help. Even if you try and help normies, most of them are beyond help because they are self-sabotaging and lazy. I want to see that you give a shit. I like people who sit and say, I don't know what to do, so I'm going to do something. I don't know what to do, but inaction in and of itself is an action. And men of honor do not allow the universe to decide for them. They decide their fate. You have a chance from God because you're breathing. You have a chance right now to get things done. I want you to understand how my mind works. My core principle is endless work, endless attack. That is how you win in the end. It's hard to destroy the man who endlessly perseveres. Perseverance is the key. It is very easy to accept an L when you've tried your best. Because I can say, I couldn't have tried any harder. God knows more than me, and he decided that things have to be slightly different right now. That's fine. You never feel the bitter sting of regret. You never taste failure because you approached the scenario with absolute vigor. And truthfully, effort is a muscle. The more you exercise it, the better it becomes.
This is a long-term strategy that requires long-term commitment. Most people give up too soon. They try acting more confident for a few days, and when they don't see immediate results, they go back to their old ways. They invest in their development for a few weeks, and when they don't get an instant promotion, they stop learning and growing. But successful people understand that success is like compound interest. The effects are barely noticeable at first, but they build momentum over time. The first year of development might only create small changes. The second year builds on the first. The third year builds on the first two. By the 5th or 10th year, the results are dramatic. Here's something else most people don't understand about deserving more. It's not just about getting more money or more recognition or more success. It's about becoming the kind of person who naturally attracts these things. It's about developing the character, skills, and mindset that make good things flow toward you naturally. When you truly deserve more, you don't have to chase opportunities. Opportunities chase you. You don't have to convince people of your value. Your value is obvious. You don't have to struggle and fight for everything you get. Things come more easily because you've prepared yourself to receive them. This is why some people seem to have all the luck. It's not really luck. It's preparation meeting opportunity. It's deserving meeting circumstance. It's readiness meeting possibility.
Practice the habit of pausing before reacting. Ask yourself, does this situation truly affect my long-term goals? Is my reaction necessary, or am I giving away my power? By consistently choosing non-reaction, you build an armor that shields you from the trivialities of life. Another crucial element is visualization. See yourself as someone who moves through life unaffected. Picture a version of yourself who does not flinch at insults, who does not crumble under pressure. When you reinforce this image in your mind, it becomes your reality. The mind is powerful, and what you repeatedly visualize, you become. Let people wonder why you're not rattled. Let them question how you stay composed. Because when you show that nothing bothers you, you control the game. You become an enigma, someone people look up to but can never quite figure out. And in that mystery lies your strength. True power is not about domination or aggression. It is about presence. A presence so strong that it doesn't need to prove itself. A presence that commands respect through silence, through an unshakable state of mind. Master this, and you master life. To stay unshaken. Think about the strongest people you know. They don't react impulsively. They don't let emotions dictate their actions. They pause, they assess, they respond with intention. This is not because they lack emotions, but because they have mastered them. Emotional detachment isn't about suppressing feelings, it's about controlling them. Picture this. You're in a heated argument and the other person is trying to provoke you. Do you react? Do you let their words control your emotions? Or do you smile unaffected, knowing their words hold no weight unless you give them power? Emotional detachment is about refusing to hand over your peace to external forces. It's about understanding that your inner world is sacred, untouchable. When you adopt this approach, stress decreases, clarity increases, and life's challenges become mere puzzles to solve, not battles to fight. Think of the principle that thoughts shape reality. What you focus on, you attract. When you allow external events to dictate your state of mind, you become a slave to circumstances. But when you take control of your thoughts and emotions, you become the architect of your own fate.
Which means you haven't failed because you've learned something and become better at giving effort to things. So it's nearly impossible to fail in these scenarios. You guys will say it's never a failure, it's always a lesson when you didn't even try. That's wrong. That's a failure. But if you absolutely try your best, then it is a lesson and there are benefits. Making things happen is the masculine essence to how you should approach the world. You're only going to be rewarded if you differentiate yourself from the crowd via effort. A lot of people don't know how to try anymore. You should feel genuinely worried about wasting a single second because you can't let the winners keep dunking on you. This is a huge, important period in your life when it comes to your success and your finances. If you're not going to try now, when are you going to try? Normalcy now is being psyoped from all angles. I feel like in the 1950s, a normal man was a winner. But I feel like the normal person now is two parents working, children being raised by the matrix in school, being bombarded with propaganda, depressed, angry, anxious. I feel like normalcy has been changed from being a winner to being a loser. So now being normal is just losing in a way which is so familiar to the people around you that you don't realize you've lost it all. So you're like, oh, I'm just normal. No, you've all lost. You've all lost. None of you are free. And that's even more scary. You can't even be normal anymore. To be a winner, you have to be exceptional. Now the normal people can't even win because they're grinding down society, that the bracket of normal is going further and further down. I don't think most people understand that this war is coming for everyone. You're either going to become someone like me who's fighting against it, or you're going to buy into it and be a victim of it. I don't think any man who wakes up and accepts the garbage that the Matrix tells them, that go to school and get an education and get in debt, and then go get a mortgage and get in debt, and then 9 to 5 and just slave away, and you'll be retired when you're 74, it's going to be fine. All the things they push, all the standardized mechanisms that a man's supposed to live his life by, I believe lead to crippling depression and sadness anyway. I don't think that makes anyone happy. So this war is twofold. You can either fight against the system or you can accept the system, and then you're going to be fighting against yourself.
They've developed themselves to the point where they're ready when opportunities appear. Most people are not ready when opportunities appear. They haven't developed the skills, they haven't built the confidence, they haven't created the relationships, they haven't prepared themselves mentally and emotionally, so opportunities pass them by and they wonder why they never get a break. But when you act as if you deserve more, you also prepare as if you deserve more. You develop the skills you'll need for the next level. You build the relationships that will support your growth. You create the mindset that will sustain your success. You get ready before you need to be ready. This is one of the most important distinctions between successful and unsuccessful people. Unsuccessful people wait until they need something to start preparing for it. Successful people prepare for opportunities before opportunities appear. They're ready when readiness is required. I want you to think about your life right now. What opportunities are you not ready for? What doors would you not be able to walk through even if they opened? What positions could you not fill even if they were offered? What relationships could you not sustain even if they were available? These questions aren't meant to discourage you. They're meant to motivate you. They're meant to help you see where you need to grow and develop. They're meant to show you the gap between where you are and where you want to be. The beautiful thing is that you can close these gaps. You can develop the skills you're missing. You can build the confidence you're lacking. You can create the relationships you need. You can prepare yourself for the opportunities you want. But you must start now, and you must be consistent. Remember, acting as if you deserve more is not about pretending or being fake. It's about aligning your behavior with your potential. It's about treating yourself the way you want others to treat you. It's about setting the standard for how you expect to be treated by first treating yourself that way. When you act as if you deserve more, you send a message to the world about your value, but more importantly, you send a message to yourself about your value. You start believing in yourself more. You start expecting more from yourself. You start demanding more from yourself. This internal shift is where the real power lies. When you truly believe you deserve more, you naturally do the things that make you deserve more. When you expect more from yourself, you naturally perform at a higher level. When you demand more from yourself, you naturally develop the disciplines that create more. Act as if you deserve more, because when you become more, you do deserve more. And when you deserve more and act as if you deserve more, more is exactly what you'll get. The life you want is not just a dream, it's a destination. And the road to that destination is paved with daily decisions to become more valuable, more skilled, more confident, and more deserving of the success that's waiting for you.
Consider the story of a man who lost everything. His business collapsed, his investments crumbled, and he was left with nothing. Most would drown in despair, but not him. Instead, he saw the failure as a lesson, not a tragedy. He understood that his mind was his greatest asset, and no external loss could take that away. With this mindset, he rebuilt everything, stronger than before. This is the power of detachment. When you stop identifying with failures or setbacks, you free yourself to rise above them. A major reason people fail to achieve their goals is emotional turbulence. They let fear, doubt, and frustration control them. They start with ambition, but give up the moment challenges arise. But those who master detachment understand that emotions are just fleeting sensations. They don't allow temporary feelings to derail long-term goals. They persist because they have trained their minds to see obstacles as stepping stones rather than roadblocks. Training yourself to be emotionally detached does not mean you become cold or indifferent. It means you no longer allow external forces to dictate your internal state. You can experience joy, sadness, and excitement, but you remain in control. Your emotions serve you, not the other way around. To develop this mindset, practice stepping back in emotionally charged situations. The next time someone insults you, pause. Instead of reacting, observe your feelings. Ask yourself, does this affect my life in any meaningful way? More often than not, the answer is no. By choosing not to react, you take away their power over you. Detachment also comes from having a clear purpose. When you have a strong vision, petty distractions no longer shake you. Your focus becomes unbreakable because you understand that your energy is too valuable to waste on things that don't serve you. The world belongs to those who master themselves. The more you cultivate emotional control, the more unstoppable you become. While others panic, you remain calm. While others react, you respond, and in doing so, you gain an advantage that few ever will. True strength is not about physical dominance or loud displays of power. It's about having an unshakable presence, one that commands respect without demanding it. When you master the art of emotional detachment, you don't just navigate life, you control it. 3, mindful indifference is a superpower. We're conditioned to believe we must care about everything. People's opinions, their validation, their judgments. Society teaches us that our worth is measured by how much we invest in the thoughts and expectations of others. But true freedom, it comes when you realize that most things simply don't matter. The next time you find yourself overthinking, ask, will this matter in 5 years? If not, let it go. Most of what troubles us, criticism, temporary setbacks, fleeting embarrassments, becomes insignificant with time. Yet we allow them to consume our thoughts, dictate our emotions, and control our actions. This is why mastering indifference is the key to regaining your power. Indifference doesn't mean apathy. It means prioritization. It means recognizing that your energy is finite and choosing to invest it in what truly deserves your focus. Not every battle is worth fighting. Not every opinion is worth considering. When you stop reacting to every minor inconvenience, you regain control. You shift from being emotionally reactive to being strategically responsive. And that shift, it changes everything.
So what do you want to do? If you can't avoid fighting, do you want to turn on yourself or do you want to turn on your enemy? And I don't think it's possible for anybody to stay in a scenario where they're truly uncomfortable. If you fall asleep on your arm and your arm really starts to hurt, even in the deepest sleep, you're going to wake up and move your arm. If you sit there and your life has been in a rut for 7 years, you are semi-comfortable in that rut. If you were truly unhappy and uncomfortable and discontent with your scenario, you wouldn't be in it. Please understand me. When I was broke, I couldn't sleep. If you don't have motivation to be anything other than a peon, then you deserve to be a peon. And that's God's mission for you. You are designed to work in Starbucks and serve me my coffee for the rest of your human years. Because if working in Starbucks like a jackass does not motivate you to get up and do something, then that's all you deserve. The people who deserve to win are going to win. If you're going to sit there and go, I don't have motivation to try, that's no problem. Cut my grass. Fine by me. Most men are walking through life and they don't realize that it's constant competition. And all these NPCs, I'm just looking at them going, do they realize they're in endless constant competition? Every single pound they want, someone else wants. Every single girl they want, someone else wants. There are people like me out here and they're just sitting there and floundering and wandering through life unaware of how competitive the world is. The best thing about being a man is that you get to build your character. It's very much like a video game. You start off and you get to decide which of your stats you're going to work on. Do you want to work on being a musician? Do you want to work on being a kickboxer? Like, you get to decide what you want to be. And every single man of value is built. So the best thing about being a man is that you're born as nothing and you get to build yourself into something. A lot of people aren't sure what they even want. So first you need to decide what you want to do and what you want to be, and then you need to start working towards it. Think about it. Have you ever been to the gym and seen a person in fantastic physical condition? And you say to them, how did you get so big and strong? And they say, I don't know. Or have you ever found a really rich man and said, how did you become rich and successful? And he goes, I just woke up one day and it kind of happened and now I'm living my dream life. No, there is a very detailed plan and roadmap. You have to design your dream life. Who's your woman going to be? Is she blonde? Is she brunette? What car are you going to drive? You can design your dream car right now and you can choose the color. You can choose the wheels. You can choose the carb. How much does it cost to the dollar? You don't even know what your dream life is. How do you expect to get to a destination when you don't know where you're going?
Think of the people you admire most. They aren't the ones desperately seeking approval or reacting emotionally to every challenge. They are the ones who stand firm, unshaken by the noise of the world. They know who they are, and because of that, they cannot be easily manipulated or influenced. When you adopt this mindset, something remarkable happens. People start to respect you more, not because you seek their validation, but because they see you as someone who cannot be moved. In a world where most are desperate to fit in, to be liked, to conform, the one who stands firm in their own self-worth holds the true power. Consider a scenario where someone criticizes you unfairly. The weak-minded immediately react, defending themselves, over-explaining, or retaliating. The strong, however, remain calm. They understand that words only have power if they allow them to. By not reacting, they maintain control, not just of the situation, but of themselves. And that self-respect, it commands more respect than any outburst ever could. The same principle applies to success. Those who achieve greatness are not those who waste their energy on trivial concerns. They are laser focused on their goals, refusing to be distracted by petty dramas or external judgments. They operate with clarity, knowing that every moment spent worrying about irrelevant things is a moment stolen from their progress. So how do you cultivate this level of indifference? Start by evaluating your reactions. The next time you feel anger, frustration, or anxiety rising over something minor, pause. Ask yourself, is this worth my energy? More often than not, the answer will be no. Train yourself to let go of what does not serve you. Another powerful practice is setting clear priorities. Define what truly matters in your life, your purpose, your growth, your peace of mind. When you have a strong foundation of self-worth, the opinions and judgments of others lose their grip on you. You become untouchable, not because you don't care about anything, but because you care deeply about the right things. This is the secret that most never realize. True power lies not in seeking approval, but in being unmoved by rejection. It is found in the ability to walk away from what drains you, to rise above petty conflicts, and to remain focused in a world full of distraction. In the end, it is not about caring less, it is about caring wisely. It is about choosing where to direct your energy and refusing to waste it on what does not deserve your attention. Because when you master the art of indifference, you don't just survive, you thrive. And in a world where everyone is overly concerned with pleasing others, the one who stands firm in their own self-worth will always rise above the rest. 4, stop seeking approval. Seeking approval is a trap. It places your happiness in the hands of others, making you dependent on their validation. The reality? No one's opinion of you should outweigh your own. The moment you give someone else the power to define your worth, you lose control over your own life. True confidence isn't given, it's built through self-reliance, through knowing that you don't need anyone's permission to be yourself. Think about the most magnetic individuals you've ever encountered. They don't beg for approval. They don't shrink themselves to fit in. They own who they are, flaws and all. And that's what makes them powerful. Their strength lies in their unwavering sense of self. While others chase validation, they walk their own path, unapologetically and with purpose. The need for approval is rooted in fear. Fear of rejection, fear of judgment, fear of standing alone. But here's the truth. The more you seek approval, the more you surrender your power. You become a prisoner of expectations, bending and twisting yourself to fit into molds designed by others. And in doing so, you betray yourself. Freedom comes when you release the need to be liked by everyone. It's an illusion to think that universal approval is even possible. No matter what you do, someone will always have something to say. Some will admire you, others will criticize you, and many won't care at all. So why waste your energy trying to please everyone? Consider the people who change the world. Leaders, innovators, creators, they are not concerned with fitting in. They are driven by vision, by purpose, by the fire within them. They face criticism, yet they remain unfazed.